whole lot to say about that game now, is there? Well, the Raiders fall to 6-7 on the season. Chiefs improved to 7-6 after the Chiefs beat the Raiders 26-15 in Missouri. I always thought it was weird it's called Kansas City, but they actually play not in Kansas but Missouri. I mean, that's really like an odd thing to bring up, but you gotta talk about something, I guess, besides misery and woe and disappointment. So, yeah, just start with the basics here. The Raiders didn't score any points in the fourth quarter. To their credit, they did get that one really awesome-looking Marshawn Lynch rushing touchdown, and then they went for the onside kick, and they recovered, and that set up the fourth down touchdown to, was it Patterson or Cook? No, it was Jared Cook. So the Raiders were down 26-0 in the fourth quarter, and they had a late drive. They got the ball back after a 3 and out, and of course Derek Carr threw it downfield to Johnny Holton. Holton bobbled it. It got deflected. Chiefs recovered it as for an interception. Game over. So it could have been a comeback for the ages, although it seems very unlikely the Raiders, even if they would have scored on that play, would have had enough time to, get the Hail Mary on an onside recovery, but you never know. Stranger things have happened, but very, very disappointing game. Another game where it feels like 2016, except in reverse. Instead of things falling our way, it falls the opposite direction, where you had the Raiders not doing anything until literally the last quarter of the game. Derek Carr, 24 for 41, 211 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, was sacked 3 times. Yeah, pretty poor showing from him. Alex Smith, 20 for 34, 268 yards, 0 touchdowns, but an interception, but he did get sacked 4 times, and I believe Bruce Irvin was in on at least 3 of those, so he had a hell of a game. As far as the rushing differential, you pretty much know what to expect here. Marshawn Lynch, 61 yards, 1 touchdown, pretty good. DeAndre Washington, 9 yards, total for 70 yards on 11 rushes all game. Compare that to Kansas City, who had 33 carries, 165 yards, 2 touchdowns, with Kareem Hunt getting 116 yards. Believe it or not, that's the first time Hunt has scored in a game in 9 games. So he's been shut down for 2.5 months, except for this game against the Raiders, because that's just the way the universe works. Receiving, obviously Amari Cooper got hurt. I'm not really sure what his status is, but we'll find out eventually. Jared Cook, really the MVP of the game, I guess. If you can't be an MVP in a losing affair, Jared Cook, 5 receptions, 75 yards, 1 touchdown. Michael Crabtree had 60 yards, 7 receptions, not bad. Seth Roberts, 24 yards on 3 receptions. Everybody else kind of negligible. Compare that to Tyreek Hill, 75 yards and 4 receptions. I'm telling you, the tight ends has been killing us all year long, and sure enough, they killed us again in this game. Travis Kelce, 7 receptions, 74 yards. Albert Wilson, 72 yards on 5 receptions. So, yeah, they're beating us on left side, the right side, and right down the middle. So, pretty bad coverage there in the secondary. But then again, no Garyon Conley, no David Amerson. What do you expect? Johnny Holton, of course, fumbled the ball, and really, what's new there? On defense, Navarro Bowman did pretty good. 9 total tackles, 8 solos, 1 sack, 2 quarterback hits. And you did have Carl Joseph get an interception. The first time we actually had an actual cornerback or safety record an interception all season long. So there's that, I guess. And that was like right after the Raiders turned the ball over. I mean, literally the very first play. So that was pretty cool. Bruce Irvin, yeah. How many sacks did he have? 2 sacks. Khalil Mack got a sack. Bowman got a sack. So the defense, the pass rush is really, really good, but the secondary is just hot garbage. That's going to be a thing that's going to be worked on huge for like the next 2 seasons to get that in shape. So, yeah, pretty much what you expect. Same story we've had since forever, or at least for the last 4 years anyway. Kansas City defense. I'm not really going to say anything about that. It's just kind of neither here nor there. Marquette King did pretty good. He had some crappy punts there. The Raiders almost did get a blocked punt early in the game. DeVecchio had to go for one extra point. He got it. Yeah, that's pretty much all there's to say about that. Not really a whole lot more. I guess the big takeaway from this one is because the Raiders lose and the Chiefs win, that kind of gives them like a de facto like 2-game lead over us now. And you did have the Chargers win, so they're 7-6. The Raiders are sitting in a pretty precarious spot at 6-7, third in the AFC. You had Buffalo win, so they're 7-6 now. I think the Ravens dropped to 7-6 as well. So really, I mean, the Raiders, they've got to win at least, you got to assume 2 out of the next 3 to even think about a wild card berth, and they have to run the table if you want to win the AFC West championship. With Dallas, Philadelphia, and the Chargers coming up, that is an uphill battle, even with Carson Wentz out. That's a hard one. Cowboys seem to have a second wind, and the Chargers are playing very, very well. So, yeah, you kind of expect the Raiders, they have to play a whole lot better. Needless to say, because all those games, I think the Raiders are going to be a considerable underdog in all those. And they have to fight like hell to get back in there. So, we'll have to see. I think they can win probably at least one of them. They'll probably fall to 7-9 on the season, but you gotta have hope. You know, you never know. Strange things happen down the stretch. But this one, the Raiders should have won it. They had an opportunity. They really just dug a hole like early on and didn't have enough time to battle back. But we'll see. We got a primetime game against Dallas, and then we got a primetime game on Christmas Eve against the Eagles. And then you got the big New Year's Eve game against the Chargers for all the marbles. So we'll see. It's easy to feel very pessimistic, but can't abandon hope just yet. Tough loss, but we rally on. We're not eliminated mathematically yet. We live to fight another day. Alright, that's all I got for this week, and hopefully I'll be back with a victory over the Cowboys to talk about, because it's always fun being up on the Cowboys. Everyone in the world can agree on that.